Now, I talked about a lot of these word problems where we're going to use addition subtractions before. We talked about balancing your checkbook. We talked about Christmas tree. You're trying to count how many trees in the farm. If you know how many rows and how many columns, you multiply. And I think we killed the grandma in one of the examples. She left us some money, and we divided by the number of kids. So there's lots of places you can actually find word problems. But when I'm looking at them, I look for keywords that will tell me if it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. And here's some of the keywords that I look for. For addition, I hear the word add, sum, the total of numbers, plus, more, increase, gain. All of these tell me you have addition. Subtractions, you might hear subtract, difference, take away, minus, less, decrease, lose, or loss. Multiplications, you hear multiply, product, times, double. When you double something, what does that mean? Twice that number, 2 times that number, twice, 2 times. Triple is what? 3 times. We'll talk about of when we get to percent. The problem might say, what is 20% of 50? So when we get to percent, you'll see of means multiplications. Division could be divide, quotient, over, split. You take a piece of wood, you split it into, cut it into 3 pieces or 4 pieces. What's the length of each one? You divide them.
I can take a picture of that, or is it in the book?
You can take a picture with your phone later. It's in the book, page 67. Per means divide. When you say your car gives you 22 miles per gallon, what does that mean? How do you calculate how many miles per gallon your car gives you?
How much is a gallon?
Gallon, the price doesn't matter. How do you calculate that?
Divide.
Divide, exactly. You go fill your gas tank, so you know it's full. You drive it for a while, then you go and fill it again. You figure out how many gas, you reset, once you fill it with gas, you reset your odometer there, so you know how many miles you drove there. Your trip, you know, you have that trip on your car that tells you how many miles. You reset that to 0, or you can write it down on a piece of paper. You fill the car with gas and you drive it. Then you fill it again and you look how many miles you drove. You go, I took 6 gallons and I drove 230 miles. You divide 230 by 6, that'll tell you how many miles per gallon. Per, that means divide. And how many times goes into, that means divide. So let's take some examples, see if we can change these to actually expressions. Here's an example. We have an election coming up. So that's the first one. We have an election. We have 3 candidates. We'll call them Tom, Kathy with the C, and Z. Tom happens to be the winner. Tom received 188,000 votes. Kathy, she received 177,000 votes. Z didn't do well. But what I know, when we tally the result at the end, I don't have Z yet, but when I added all the people who voted, I know the sum is 380,000 votes. That's how many people voted. The question is, how many votes did Z get? How do we figure out what that number is? Yes, we know what Tom and Kathy got, so let's add them. What is 188,000? Add to it 177,000. 0, 0, 0. 7 and 8 is what? 15. 5 carry 1. That's 16. 6 carry 1. That's 365,000. Between these two guys, They received 365,000. We have 380,000 people voted. So Z received how many?
15,000.
It's going to be 380,000 minus what? 365,000. And I didn't do that well in this election. I only got what? Is it 15,000 votes? Boy, nobody likes me. So that's what I received. Let's try another example. Raffle tickets. I like raffle tickets. Maybe I'll do raffle tickets. Okay. Let's say raffle tickets. Cost, let's give it a different number. Usually they're $2, $5, so I'll make this $4. $4 a ticket each. And there's a lot of people who play scratch tickets all the time. $10 a week, $15 a week, and they lose, and suddenly they hit $1,000 and they're excited. I won 1,000. But if they add all the money they lost, they're probably on the losing end, but they don't see that. So let's say somebody hit one, or the prize for this raffle, there's the prize, equals $4,736. That's what you're going to win. That's what the prize is if you win. How many tickets we need to sell to break even? So that's the question. How many tickets we must sell to break even? Just to break even, no profit. Break even, that means you're not making any profit. You're just going to pay for the cost of the prize. So I'm not going to lose money. And anything after that is profit for us. That's how we look at it when we do a raffle. When the church does raffle, they're going to give 10,000, or a stick does $100 raffle tickets. They say we're going to give 10,000 for the first prize, 3,000 for the second prize, and 2,000 for the third prize. They give 15,000. But in their mind, they want to sell 400 tickets. 400 tickets they have to sell. Why? Because $100 a ticket, that's 40,000. They collect 40,000, they give out 15,000, they still make money. So we don't want to lose money. So we have a raffle here, $4 a ticket, and that's what the prize is. I'm given $4,736. How many tickets I need to sell to break even?
Keep going until you get to that number.
Well, I don't want to keep going 4 plus 4 plus 4. I'll be there the whole day.
Multiply.
Multiply. Divide. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a guessing game.
That's all right.
Divided by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Bring the 7 down. 7 divided by 4. 1. 1 times 4. 4. The remainder is 3. 33 divided by 4. 8. 8 times 4. 32. 16 divided by 4. 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So we have to sell how many tickets? 1,184 tickets. That's to break even. So if we sell 1,000 tickets, we're losing money. If we sell 2,000 tickets, we're making money. Anything over that number is profit for us. Let's try another example. Something maybe you can relate to. Let's say you borrowed $1,000.
Can't relate to that.
Here we go. A borrower promises to pay back $50 per month until what? Until the $1,000 loan, you borrowed $1,000, is settled, which means you paid it all off. And the question here, what is your balance after 5 payments? Now here we're not charging you interest. Like you took this from mom. Ma, I really need $1,000. I got to pay for my school. And ma gave you a check, said, but you got to pay me every month $50. So if you watch that, if you make a table to see what's happening, this is number of payments. And this is the balance. If you watch that, before you make any payments, 0 payment, you owe your mom how much? $1,000. After 1 payment, what do you owe her? Is it $950? Because you paid $50. After 2 payments, what do you owe her? $900. 3 payments, $850. 4 payments, $800. 5 payments. So after 5 payments, you still owe mom $750. Well, you don't want to go through that, especially if this is after 200 payments. You're not going to write that 200 times. But you can look and see how many payments you made. Let's look at the payments with an S. All together, how much did you pay mom? You paid mom 5 times, how many times? 5 times 50. $50 each time, how many payments? Times 5. That's what you paid mom. So altogether you paid mom what? $250? So what's the balance now? The balance is going to be the $1,000 that you started with minus the $250. And that's where the $750 comes in. Now you can use that for car loan. And I'll give you an example here. A car loan, you took a car loan, everything after you calculate the taxes and everything, the loan was $23,328. You wanted to buy a nice car. And today they say, you can come get a new loan from us, 0 financing. That's what your loan is going to be for 72 payments. Each payment you're going to be making, if it's 72 payments, if you divide that number by 72, your payment will be each month equal to $324 a month. Right? Because there's 0 financing. They're trying to get you to buy a car, a new car. 0 financing for 72 months. There's the car, there's your payment. You divide it by 72 and that's your payment. You had the car for 3 years and now you want to get rid of it. You don't like it anymore for 3 years. So after 3 years, what is the balance on the car? Because you want to sell it. What's the balance on the loan? Well, if you had the car for 3 years, how many payments did you make?
36.
36 payments. So you paid, is that what you paid? 36 times $324 a piece, which is $11,664. That's what you paid. What's the balance? It's going to be $23,328 minus the $11,664. Which is 11. Oh, you're halfway through because it's 72 payments, right? 6 years. You still owe them what? $11,664. 72 months means what? 6 years. If you only paid it for half the time, guess how much of the loan you paid? Half the loan. So if you want to get rid of the car, you want to sell it, at least you want to get that much money for it. Otherwise, you're going to give them the car, still owe money on it.
And he's going to still be paying the car even if you sell it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Still be paying for the car even if you sell it.
Yep. Actually, I know some people who've done that.
Some
Yep.
people do that.
Yeah, some people. Or some people will return this now, and they buy another car, and the bank will pay the loan. They figure a way. Some people actually, when they go sell their car, it's not even worth the value of the car because they took the loan for such a long time and drove the car to the ground. It's worth nothing now. Let's try maybe one more example. Anyone in the health field here? Thinking about nursing, health? You are? Okay, let's do something with doctor here.
Ooh.
We have a doctor instructed a patient. I'll try to write less stuff. I don't want to write the whole thing. A patient to take 100 milligram of medication daily for 4 weeks. That's what the prescription says. I want you to take 100 milligrams every day for 4 weeks. Now, get a prescription, and in it, the patient gets received 125 tablets. But here's the problem with the tablets. Each one of those tablets, each containing 25 milligram.
How many tablets are there? Oh, 125.
125. The container has 125 tablets, but each one has what? 25 milligram. The question, after the 4 weeks, after taking the medication for 4 weeks, after taking the tablets for 4 weeks,
I got an answer, but I think I'm wrong.
how many remained? How many tablets remained? I didn't mean to write all the stuff, but I wanted to explain that problem. That's what the question is. Now, if you read the question slowly, the doctor wants you to take 100 milligram of medication every day. But each tablet has how many milligrams?
25.
25. So how many tablets a day you need to take to get the 100 milligram?
4.
You need to swallow 4 tablets a day to make 100 milligram, right? So 4 tablets will equal 100 milligram.
Oh, so you just do, okay, so
So every morning you gotta get up and take 4 tablets for how many weeks? 4 weeks. 4 weeks is how many days in them? So how many tablets taken?
I got one.
It's gonna be 4 times what? 28 days. 4 weeks is 28 days. Every day you took 4 tablets.
112.
So 28 times 4 is 112 tablets you took. The box has how many of them? 125. How many remain? Remained in the box is what? 125 minus the 112. 13 tablets that remain.
Yeah.
So that's like an application where the stuff might be used.
It's been a week.
I'll stop here. Just a few applications. We've done a lot of them in the previous videos just to show you where some of the stuff is being used.